Alright, so this is the motherboard and stepper motor control circuit I've been designing, and it's for a project. So basically what's going on here is we have a stepper motor that's going to be controlling a wheelchair, and these are the 3 stepper motors that'll be doing that, and we have to control them forward and reverse. And we're going to take this guy. Actually, this guy is going to be controlling the direction and step of each motor, and then this one is going to interrupt this one if they go too far or out of bounds, I guess. And then so this guy reads some buttons or switches, and if something happens, he tells this guy about it. This guy does something about it, and then so this guy is sending a signal that tells the motor to step or which direction to go, and that gets interpreted by this guy over here. This guy basically controls this whole board, which is controlling the windings to this motor. So in order to do that, we have a MSP 430 here, and then 2 H bridges that control the windings. So it has forward and reverse on this motor, and well, it's a stepper motor, so you have to go forward and reverse like every step. Yeah, let's start it up. So these guys are already running. Here's basically how these two talk is serial communication. This guy, he builds, each one of these switches is basically a bit and a byte, and he builds this byte and then sends the byte through serial communication over here. This guy reads that byte and strips it apart and takes each bit, and that is how it knows what button is doing what. So to get 6 buttons, or 8 buttons actually, it only takes 2 wires to get that information instead of 8. So that's why we had to do that, because we were running out of pins on this guy over here. Alright, so what's going to happen here is this switch right now, the one on the far right, allows us to actually run the motor. And this switch here, second one, changes the direction of the motor. So let's run this. Alright, turn on 12-volt power supply. The fan starts up, and the H bridge is on. You can see from the power LED here. And then we'll turn on the motor here. So this button here, if you notice, there's an LED right here, and it's going to turn on, signifying that it read the byte. So now the motor's on. You can see right now we have it cycling cycle rate to get the best torque, and right now it's cycling through everything. You see the LEDs. Each one of these fires when each coil's on, so it's firing at a rate that you can't even see anymore. And all right, now I'm gonna push this button, and it's gonna switch direction. So in this byte that it's sending, it sends information from this button, this board, sends it to this board, which then sends it to that board. So I'm gonna get the shot on here. Me pushing the button is it's like instantaneous. So if you watch the light on that board, on the far board, the second light from the right, that's the one that signifies me pushing this button. Well, that's basically it. Okay.